we give, and rightfully so, we give Treliving great credit for the trade he made. But we feel like those were great assets in a situation where a guy had requested a trade, and how are you going to? We give him great credit, but you can damn well see what the demand was. That was an opportunity for Treliving to go screech, stop the vehicle, do a walk around and make sure that the windshields weren't broken out and there wasn't a flat, and go, wait a minute, what's my approach for the next 5 years? Right? And he wasn't allowed to, I'm guessing, because the mandate was going to be, people love Calgary. It's a great city. You have to get people in there that want to play and pay them and make the goddamn playoffs. Instead of being allowed to go, we've just lost three mid-20-year-old stars who are supposed to carry our franchise for the next 7 years, and they've all disappeared. Okay. Let's reevaluate here. What do we really have? And I don't think that was allowed. I think, like you just said, the mandate, which continues to be, and we've given credit for it, is make the playoffs. Okay, make the playoffs. Well, that's not a plan. You're slapping shit together and hoping it works.
Full on, Rhett, that's a conversation that was had in that Calgary Flames front office. I can show you the text message. In our room today, the question was, maybe we should blow this up, ?
Well, and Bean specifically referenced that trade, Rhett, in the press conference yesterday and said, we had multiple offers on the table. One of them was a rebuild, and the other was a keep this team competitive now with the good pieces we already have.
Well, they had multiple offers, right? And
Correct.
I had my props. It was going to be, because you have to run it up the flagpole.
Yeah.
And Matthew Tkachuk has given you 5 teams, and you've got 4 or 5 offers. Mm-hmm. Here's what we have on the table. This is prospects and picks, young
players,
prospects and picks, and this is established star players,
29 and 30-year-olds.
Is that Treliving saying, I'm going to do what I think is best? Or like you say, if it's we don't rebuild, did he even have a say at the end of it? Now I'm speculating, but anything we hear is that it's not about a rebuild.
I can even tell you who the teams were. Carolina Hurricanes. I thought Matthew Tkachuk was going to be a Carolina Hurricane 3 hours before the trade went down. It was all futures based. It was not unlike or not all that different than, the package that the Hurricanes were in the mix to send to San Jose for Timo Meier, something similar to what San Jose ended up getting from New Jersey. Like they were thinking ahead. St. Louis was thinking, in terms of prospects as well, picks and prospects. Like those are what the Flames had on the table and decided against it. And I can understand, I'm not covering for the Flames at any stretch of the imagination. I could understand how it's intoxicating, though, to say you can add a 115-point player that basically replaces Johnny Gaudreau, even for a guy that you are not going to be keeping in Matthew Tkachuk. And then whatever piece you get from Weegar, a solid, top 2 defenseman that you could put on your team. Like, I can understand why that, might excite you. But we could debate that forever as to whether or not that was the most prudent move for the Flames at that time, given that they already lost Johnny and given that Matthew wasn't coming back.